What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Real Funny as fuck, we back at it again with another YouTube reaction video. This time we got a badass little kid hiding his evil plan. I mean not his evil plan, hiding a mask on his face. This two-faced little bastard that he is the killer.
Don't know if it's her or what, but we have a female body.
Well, that's a 1092. That's a body.
Yeah.
Let's get out.
Yep.
I can see enough right now. Looks like a girl's hand. Let's back out.
Basically, she face down, pants down. She's got black heels on, like boots on.
It was a volunteer search team that made the chilling discovery of a body in the Nevada desert. They were scouring the area looking for 16-year-old Gabrielle Ulaki, who was known as Brittany to everyone. When the searchers spotted a suspicious red stain on the side of the road, it didn't take long for them to notice drag marks. That led them right to the body lying among the sagebrush, partially wrapped in a blue tarp. Police were determined to find out what happened to Brittany, but when their investigation took them in a direction that her family and friends never expected, the horror of what happened to the spunky teenager took on an even more sinister tone.
On the phone, okay? And I just want to let you know that we have found the body.
Can you get me some help? Can you get me people? Help me, please!
Before we begin, we would like to extend our deepest sympathies to the family and loved ones of the victim in this case, Brittany Ulaki. Brittany Ulaki was an outgoing teenager and an avid cowgirl. She loved horses, ranching, and rodeos. She lived in Elko County, Nevada, a small community located about 400 miles north of Las Vegas. Brittany had dreams for her future. She thought about joining the Navy to serve her country as a nurse or psychologist. She was also considering enrolling in cosmetology school to learn how to be a special effects makeup artist for the film industry. Tragically, those youthful aspirations were extinguished on March the 8th of 2020, just 3 months before Brittany's 17th birthday. That Sunday started out uneventfully for Brittany. She accompanied her father James to watch his band practice at the city of Elko, as she often did on the weekends. They covered classic heavy metal tunes, and when the practice was nearly over, Brittany became bored and restless. She called her 18-year-old friend, Bryce Dickey, to pick her up, leaving her father with the words, "I'll beat you home." She never made it there. Surveillance footage showed Brittany at Angel Park getting into Bryce's truck at 3:22 p.m. By 5 o'clock, James called Brittany's mother, Alicia, to ask if she had seen her. She hadn't. She wasn't answering her mom's calls either. Just a half hour later, her phone started going straight to voicemail. Like many teens, she was always tethered to her cell phone, so this was an immediate cause for concern from her parents. And as each hour ticked by, they grew increasingly frantic with worry. That night, her father called the police. The following day, Brittany's mother, Alicia, filed a missing juvenile report with the Elko County Sheriff's Office.
She was supposed to be going home yesterday. She was in town with her dad.
She said her
She
friend.
told him, I'm going to get a ride home with a friend. I'll beat you home.
No.
And he says, you better beat me because I'll be there in an hour. And she goes, we're going right home.
Talking about coming here?
Do you know her dad lives in South Fork? We're split up.
Okay.
And her friend that had her, I talked to him. He dropped her off at the high school down here at 4 o'clock with some guy. And I go, what guy? And he goes, I don't know. She just said my new friend. Tall, white, cowboy-looking guy with a green truck. And now nobody can find her. None of her friends. Her phone's not on.
Okay.
I don't know what to do.
Has she ever did this before?
No.
Ever done this before?
No. And even when she does go out and do dumb things, we get a call. Some crazy excuse. You know, I'm trying to get her out of trouble. Nothing. Not a friend. None of her friends are best friends. Nobody can find her.
Okay. So yesterday, have you guys tried to call any of her friends or?
Everybody.
Nobody's heard from her?
No.
Okay.
Which is weird. Because she's a social media freak. You know what I mean? She's always talking to people.
See? You gotta watch who they be talking to on the phones.
Does she go here to Spring Creek High School?
She's actually doing homeschool.
Okay.
She's got a lot of enemies, and I'm scared.
She has a lot of enemies. Why would you say that?
She just does. That's why she's not in school. Everybody wants. The last time she went to a rodeo, she got jumped by 4 girls.
Dang.
And I'm just worried.
Brittany's family wondered if troubles she had experienced with other teens in the past were connected to her disappearance. This video was recorded of Brittany fighting 2 girls at a rodeo about a year before her disappearance. She's the one wearing the white shirt.
Hey, she don't give a fuck. She don't give a fuck though. She taking them 2-on-1. I mean 1-on-2. Look at her. Grabbing both her. Dragging them both down. Y'all is embarrassed. Y'all is fucking embarrassed.
Brittany's parents told the police that she wasn't the kind of kid to run away or stop communicating.
Hey, she
So
did
her
right with
failure
that
to
one.
respond
She
set
did
off
right
alarm
with that
bells.
one.
When they started calling her circle of friends trying to track down someone who knew where she was, they learned that she wasn't answering any of them either.
When you said that you've had some issues with your daughter just in the recent past with her being 17 and stuff, has she ever broke curfew before or never broke curfew?
Just mouthy, you know, like 17-year-old stuff that makes you want to just go, ugh.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But never,
Never stay out all night like
No.
this, never
no.
not show up whenever you tell her to be home.
Whenever she does, she ends up just texting my dad some excuse. Like whenever she does.
So yesterday when she left from town and said that she was going to be dad home, meaning she was going to come here, right? Do you have any idea why she would have, in the process of saying, well, I'll beat you home, and driving here, she decides to...
I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea what she's doing, what she's thinking. I know she thinks she's
I
invincible.
mean, it was a little joke.
And she's
But
not.
yeah, I beat you home.
Bryce Dickey told the same story to everyone who asked about his last moments with Brittany. They drove around town for a while. Then Brittany asked to be dropped off in a parking lot of the Spring Creek High School so she could meet a new friend. He said when they arrived at the school around 4:30 p.m., he described the friend as a white male wearing a cowboy hat who drove a forest green pickup truck, a Ford F-150. A police officer met with Bryce at the high school to question him about the last time he saw Brittany.
Hey, Bryce.
How's it going?
Good, man. I appreciate you being here.
Yeah, no problem.
So,
Dropping
kind of tell me,
all
run
of
me
you.
through it so I can understand what's going on. So, I'm going to stand in the shade over here if you don't mind.
Alright, so Sunday around 11, I started texting, got a few texts from Brittany, just asked if I wanted to hang out. I said sure, got ready and stuff. Told me she could meet me at Angel Park because she said her dad was doing band practice. And then went to town, called her when I got into town on 5th. and then picked her up at Angel Park, drove around, went up towards Mountain View, and then asked what she wanted to do. Said she had no idea. Said, why don't we just go drive around to Spring Creek since we got more room over there. So we went back over the hill, just started chatting, talked about her finishing school, how school was going for me. Kept driving around, and then we were over in the Horse Palace section, and my dad called me asking if I could come back home. So I told her I needed to go. Asked her if she wanted me to just drop her back off at Angel Park, and she said that she wanted me to drop her off at the high school to meet her new friend, and said her dad was going to pick her up later. So then came over here, pulled in right over there, gave her a hug and stuff, and then she got out. I pulled out and then started heading that way, and the F-150 was over there, but I didn't know that was where she was going at that time. And then got about right towards where it opens up, and then looked back, and they were both standing outside the truck. And then I got to the turnout right over there by the middle school, and then the F-150 was in motion.
So you just drove around, you didn't stop anywhere?
No, we didn't stop at all. We literally just kept doing circles, drove around towards the sports complex, looped back around, went to the housing section, to the Horse Palace section.
You wasting gas for nothing.
I just think it's kind of odd. I think you know more than what you're telling me.
Exactly.
Being honest, I mean, not in a bad way, but any of my friends, you can ask, that's what we do most of the time, is literally just drive around Spring Creek hours.
I'm thinking you know more about Brittany than what you're actually talking about. I've been doing this for a long time, and I usually can smell somebody that's leaving out something. So what are you leaving out?
I'm not leaving out anything, sir. There's nothing that I'm leaving out.
Right now is the time to lay all the cards down.
I know, because this is a serious, extremely serious thing.
If I come back and I find out that you're withholding information and being deceptive to me,
then that's when charges and stuff start coming.
Yeah. So
I know.
Help your friend out.
I'm giving you everything I have. I literally, she seemed perfectly normal. I didn't stop anywhere. Just drove around and talked for like 3 hours.
Even though Bryce Dickey was one of the last of Brittany's friends to see her alive, her family and friends didn't suspect him. Brittany and Bryce had known each other since middle school and had hung out many times over the years. They were such close friends that they called each other Big Brother and Lil Sis. Brittany's mother said that she trusted him implicitly. She felt comfortable when her daughter was going somewhere accompanied by Bryce because he always took such good care of her. It was inconceivable that he would do anything to harm her. But Bryce didn't hesitate to let police know that there were other people in the area who didn't like Brittany.
We have a friend group here around like 30, 40 people, and even more than that know Brittany. Brittany's really known all around Spring Creek.
Why's that?
She's, well, like, in the last, between like 3 years ago and like a year and a half ago, she kind of made a name for herself because a lot of people around here didn't like Brittany.
Okay.
In that period, she got in a lot of fights.
Okay.
But, and then she talks to a lot of people.
Why did she go from unliked to liked? What's she doing to change that? Because usually it takes something dramatic.
Honestly, a lot of people still around here still don't.
Okay.
There's like a very few amount of people that like her.
Okay. So why would she go from that to being all of a sudden liked? And I mean, what's going on? Is she into the bad world and underworld? That
basically anything I've heard is just stuff people have told me, nothing that I'm sure of. But like last year I heard she was hanging out with a lot of people that just weren't very on the upside.
Okay.
But I heard that a few times from a few different people. Besides that, I really don't know.
Was anybody able to figure out who was the person that saw the green truck?
That was me.
Oh, that was you, okay. So I know we described it, but sorry, so many conversations and us going to Utah yesterday is only enough time.
So yeah, he was the last one to see her. And to see her here. And he reported her being in trouble, kind of thing. So what we're just trying to understand all that. That's what we're out doing now. Just to go trying to figure out where they went, who they were talking about, what they were talking about, who, what, where's lines.
I have to have it on the camera's eyes.
Yeah, some places they do, some places they don't. So we all want to rely on the digital age, and it's not always there.
No, I definitely it's missing a lot around here.
After Brittany's parents called him looking for her, Bryce sent Brittany 3 Snapchat messages. He seemed worried about her whereabouts. He wasn't the only one messaging Brittany. Snapchat records obtained by police show many friends reached out to her. At first, they hoped her disappearance was a misunderstanding or a voluntary pause in communication. Then they grew increasingly insistent, begging her to respond. They let her know that they were there to help if she was in some kind of trouble. When the plea to help find Brittany hit social media that night, it captured the attention of many residents of close-knit Elko County. Together, they launched an all-out hunt for Brittany and the mystery man in the green pickup truck. Citizen sightings of vehicles matching the description Bryce gave flooded into the small police department. Officers ran down every lead. Volunteer search parties covered the area. The Ruby Mountain Rebels 4-wheel driving club sent out 6 search units. They were the ones who ended up finding Brittany.
It looks like a human head to me. Yeah, it looks like a chest cavity in the dark. We walked over here on this side. I'm pretty sure that's their drag marks there.
All right, well.
But I stopped right here. He parked right there where he's at. I stopped and I backed up right there. So I don't know if you guys do the tire print and all that, or if that's all TV.
Yeah, we'll have to do a whole bunch of stuff if that's what it is.
Shoot.
We'll get a statement from you guys here in a second, so.
All right. Big photos going in.
Yeah, you got your camera?
Yeah.
My video's on too.
When people are facing a crisis, particularly one as public as Brittany's disappearance, it's not uncommon for shady characters to crawl out of the woodwork to prey on their fear and grief. After the search for Brittany went viral, her mother began receiving ransom text messages. Brittany went viral. Her mother began receiving ransom text messages demanding $25,000 in exchange for the return of her daughter. Detectives told her not to pay the ransom and even to not respond while they were working on figuring out who was sending the text messages. The following afternoon, volunteers searching for Brittany found her body. It had been 3 days since she had disappeared. At first, police worried that she was killed because the ransom demand wasn't met. Elko County Sheriff's Office Detective Nicholas State had the gut-wrenching task of telling Brittany's mom that a body had been found and that he was going out to investigate who it was. But in Alicia's heart, she knew it was her child lying in the desert. Detective Stake later said that her anguished cries were by far the worst sound he's ever heard in his years of working in law enforcement.
On the phone, okay?
This is sick.
And I just want to let you know that we have found the body.
I'm gonna pass out. Can you get me some help? Can you get me some help?
Yep,
Can you
there's
get
some
me
people.
some
Okay.
Give me some help. Oh my God, give me some help. We're out.
Police initially described Bryce as cooperative, but their suspicions intensified as his story kept changing, and it was inconsistent with the evidence they had gathered. When they obtained surveillance footage from a local gas station, it showed Bryce's dark blue Chevy pickup truck heading out to Burner Basin, not towards the Spring Creek High School as he had claimed. Snapchat geolocation records blew big.
Her body discovered. Man. That's a hefty walk. That's a hefty ass walk from the trail. I really think it's in trucks and shit, but sorry about that. You kinda did kill him, my boy. Because if the condom you saw she said throughout if the condom she threw out the truck, I don't know why the fuck I put quotes. I don't know why the fuck I put air quotes. But the condom she threw out, literally after she got done getting a blowjob, giving you a blowjob. Within that time right then and there, how could you leave when you're in the middle of fucking nowhere? You're in the damn desert. So she miraculously called up a second individual. They killed her. Like, come on, man. Make it make sense.
Killing.
So, you don't know how to take rejection, or whether you took it upon yourself to go kill him. A real, if I can't have you, no one else can type of shit. Well, you one with yourself. You motherfucking one with yourself. My take, they should have gave his ass the death penalty. They should have gave his ass the death penalty. Boy. It's your boy Rell. Peace.